Hello, everybody. Mr.FrightNight here. My next story is called The Inn. I was reading some stories about haunted places in Pennsylvania. As I read, there was one inn just down the road from me that a ghost on the second floor was roaming around at night. Many guests saw this ghost and said she wore a long white dress with long blonde hair. So I decided to do some research on her. As I read more, she was supposed to be the original owner of the inn in the 1700s. See, back then it wasn't an inn, it was actually her home, and her name was Abigail. Now, Abigail lived alone after her parents died. As I continued to read the story, and I found out some facts. Now, after her parents died in a horrific accident, Abigail had them buried in a backyard underneath an old sycamore tree so that she could visit them every day. Now, I decided to visit this inn and stay there for a couple of nights. So I packed my bags and started on my way. As I approached the inn, I looked around the building. It seemed very old but well kept. There was a parking area in the back. I parked my car, got my things, and started towards the entrance. As I walked, I looked at the backyard. I seen a tree stump, and right in front of the tree stump was two gravestones. The gravestones looked very old. You can barely read the lettering on them. So I said to myself, they must be Abigail the ghost's parents. So I entered the inn. I was greeted by the hostess. I said, "Hi, I'd like to stay here for a couple of nights." She said, "I'm sorry, there's no rooms available. I looked on your website and it said there's rooms available on the second floor, room 13. She said, "I can't let you stay in that room." I said, "Why?" She said, with hesitation, "The room is very dangerous." Again, I said, "Why?" "Well, I really can't tell you." I said to the hostess, whose name was Katie. I said, "Katie, I did my research, and I know the second floor is supposedly haunted." Then Katie said, "Yes, there was many guests that left in the middle of the night, leaving all their belongings." I said to Katie, "That's why I'm here. I'd like to really find out if this place is haunted." Katie said, "Yes, many of us that work here have seen her, and her name is Abigail." After finally convincing Katie to let me stay, she gave me the key and sent me to room 13. She said, "Go up the stairs, the room is on the right." As I entered the room, I was expecting something different, but it was just a normal room. It had a queen size bed, a small desk, and a TV. So I unpacked my things and then went back down to the first floor to look around. As I looked around, I ran into the maid. I started to talk to her about the strange things that was happening around here. So I asked her name. She said it was Sally. So I asked Sally, "Have you seen anything strange around here?" She said, "Yes, on the second floor. I was cleaning up room 13 when I heard a noise in the closet. Wondering what was going on, I looked in the closet. I didn't see anything. So I continued cleaning. Then I heard the noise again. It sounded like someone scratching their fingernails against the closet door." Sally also said there was a guest that stayed in room 13 that heard the same thing. She said shortly after that, another guest noticed something walking around the room as she's trying to sleep. She said it looked like a woman with a long white dress with long blonde hair. Then Sally said the guest just got out of the bed, ran out of the room, left all her things. As she ran out, she told Sally there's something in that room. She explained what she saw and said, "I'm never staying here again." After hearing what happened, I still didn't believe it. By this time, it was getting late, so I decided to go back to the room. I sat at the edge of the bed for a while, hoping to see something or hear something, but I never did. I was kind of disappointed because nothing happened, so I decided to go to bed. As I slept, something woke me up. It was a sound in the closet. It sounded like someone scraping their fingernails against the inside of the closet door. I got up and quickly looked, but didn't see anything. As I shut the closet door, I turned to my right, and there she was, looking at me, and pointed towards the door and said, "Get out." With no hesitation, I ran out of the room, out of the inn. As I ran out, I looked up at the second floor, and there she was again, looking out the window. So all the stories I heard were true, and Abigail is real.